한국 남자가 외국 여자랑 연애하는 거에 대해서 오늘 이야기를 해볼 건데, 외국 여자들이 한국 남자를 연애를 하고 싶어 하거든? 남자친구를 만들고 싶어 하고. 그래서 그거에 대해서 좀 질문을 여러 가지를 할 거야. 첫 번째 질문 자체가 딱 그거야. 앞에 타이틀 얘기한 것처럼 유럽이나 이제 동남아 친구들, 남미 10대, 20대 여자들이 한국 남자친구를 만들고 싶어 하는데 그 이유가 뭘까? 난 그게 되게 궁금하거든. 그 이유에 대해서 좀 생각해 본 게 있어.
Basically, it all comes down to K-drama and K-pop. I think that played a very significant role on the idea where foreign women really would like to have a relationship with Korean guys. Because of the K-pop and the K-drama and the popularity that Korea industry marketed, it seems like foreign women has a fantasy on Korean guys, and if they were to have a relationship with them, it would be kind of like in a drama. That's number one. And the second reason would be, Korean guys, they like to take care of themselves. Fashion, skin, and hygiene. Even if you go out just for like 5 to 10 minutes, we would like to look good. And that's really something big in Korea as well. I'm not trying to put down other guys in other countries, but solely just speaking about Korean guys, we like to take care of ourselves, and I think that plays a big role when foreign girls want a relationship because they never had that in their own country.
근데 그 K-드라마나 K-팝 영향을 많이 받아서 그렇다고 했잖아. 진짜로 실제로도 그런 모습이 보이는 것 같아? 실제 한국 남자들에게도?
No.
그럼 메리트가 없잖아. 그러면 그 오로지 그냥 드라마 판타지야? 실제로는 그런 모습이 없어 아예?
Oh, no. There is. Of course there is. Of course. But not to the extent where the industry or the K-drama or the movie portrays it as. But of course there are benefits, and we Korean guys, we do act like that, but not to the extreme level where the drama actually shows. So in a sense yes, but in a sense no. So it's 50-50, I think.
아, 50-50.
Yeah.
그래도 되게 높네요. 그래도.
Yes, quite high. Yes.
그러면 한국 남자를 만약에 만난다고 쳐, 외국 여자가. 근데 뭐 백인이나 뭐 브라운걸이나 뭐 여러 인종이 있잖아. 근데 이거에 대해서 이제 한국 남자들이 결혼을 한다고 생각을 하고 연애를 하면, 그러니까 결혼 전제하에 연애를 한다고 생각하면 한국 남자 입장에서는 이 여자들이 어떨 것 같아? 이 여자들의 인식이나 한국 남자가 이제 외국 여자를 바라보는 뭐 모습, 선입견, 뭐 그런 거가 있을까?
The first impression when a Korean guy looks or meets a foreign woman or girl, oh, it's something new, a new experience. It doesn't mean we degrade the woman or we just see the woman as an item or product. It's just most Koreans, they didn't have the chance to get a relationship socially with foreign people, especially foreign girls, right? First impression when Korean guys or majority of Korean guys who live in Korea meets a foreign woman, it's like it's more of a curiosity to wanting to get to know them, to have more experience and good experience, and then it builds from that, because a lot of foreign girls might think, oh, he's just looking at me because I'm foreign, I'm gonna go away, so he just wants a one night stand and stuff like that, a short relationship, which a lot of guys do, but not everyone's like that. And it's very important for foreign women who come to Korea and want a Korean guy to know this and actually tell them up front what you are about, how you are, what kind of mentality you have. If you don't, then Korean guys will just assume that you're kind of like this and try to just, have an experience and say bye. And I think that's a big problem.
그러면 이 인식에 대해서 좀 긍정적인 편이네요. 그래도
Yes,
한국 남자가 외국 여자를 바라볼 때.
yes. Korean guys are shy as well. So it's very important to have an open conversation and be open about it up front.
그러면 여기서 더 많아질까요? 이런 관계가 점점.
Yeah, I think it will be.
그러면 이런 한국 남자를 외국인 여자 입장에서 다른 문화권에 사는 여자 입장에서 한국 남자를 만나게 되면 불편한 점이 있을까요? 뭐 좋은 점도 아까 말했던 건 대부분 좋은 점이지만 뭐 불편한 점도 있을 거 아니야. 또 문화가 아예 다르니까.
Yeah, the cultural difference and the language barrier will play a big role as a problem. One thing that could act as a disadvantage or problem in a relationship when having a relationship with a Korean guy would be, drinking is a big culture in Korea as well. And we're not just talking about party drinking, I'm talking about we like to drink during meals as well. And that could lead on to call other Korean friends. It could actually interrupt the time of you guys spending time together compared to a group of guys spending time together. That could be a misunderstanding and that could be a problem. And one other thing would be contacting and communicating. The Korean culture is very heavily focused on texting. We're a very high-tech country, right? If you're a foreign woman and you respect each other's independent time, you don't want to be interrupted. And sometimes you might get messages, like 30 messages with in 2 hours. And you might think, oh, this guy is very stalking me or clingy. But that's how you express, it's very heavy in Korean culture. Not just on girls, but guys as well. Communication is key. So let's say, oh, I'm going out for a coffee. We feel obliged to contact and let the partner know. It's not because you're insecure or nothing like that. It just means I want to show my appreciation of you and us being together just by keeping contact. So that could lead to some kind of misunderstanding as well, because for like I said, for independent woman or foreign woman, you might feel oh, he doesn't actually need to tell me this, every step in detail. Why does he do this? It's so annoying, but it's a show of appreciation and emotion.
어떻게 보면 한국 남자들의 정
Yes.
이런 것도 있고
Yeah.
여자친구를 아끼는 마음이 약간
Yeah.
그렇게 표현되는 거죠.
Yes. Because they want to cherish and show.
그럼 이게 어떻게 보면은 외국인 여자친구가 한국 남자를 만날 때 단점일 수 있지만 장점 중에도 하나라고 말할 수 있는.
That's a very good catalyst and advantage in a relationship. From the experiences of my friends and the things I heard and hear still, the major one problem is they think Korean guys are clingy, or even other way around. Foreign guy friends, they think Korean girls are clingy, but the culture itself is different. So it's just showing the appreciation of your partner. It's not about not trusting. It's about showing love. So that could act like a very big advantage, very big cultural difference from the West.
그럼 또 다른 장점이 있을까요? 한국 남자라면.
Korean guys are very caring in a sense to the point where it could seem like they're feminine. They're very talkative once you get to know them, and they're very, very good at listening. Being loud in the room to gain status, a lot of Korean guys don't find it necessary. So if you're a woman and you want to have a deep talk, a long conversation,
되게 다정한
yeah,
것. 한국말로는 되게 다정하다.
yes,
Sweet.
very 다정하고, yeah, very sweet, very understanding.
많은 걸 이해해주는 그 용량이 좀 크네요.
Yeah, yeah,
그게 문화가 달라서 어찌 보면 난 그런 것 같아. 이게 문화가 다르니까 남자 이해심이 이만큼이었어도 이제 다른 부분에서 뭔가 생겨도 아 문화가 다르니까라고 하고 이해를 할 수 있는 포용 능력이 조금 더 넓어질 수 있겠네요. 서구권 여자를 만나면.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
같은 한국인끼리 만나면은 우리 한국인인데 넌 왜 이걸 이해 못해 하고 많이 싸우잖아.
Yeah, that's one very good point. So, yeah, if you're a Korean couple, like you said, there is no sense of defense mechanism of understanding. Like you should understand. Like you have to understand.
맞아 맞아. 그래서
But-
맨날 싸우지.
Yeah, if you're Korean and you're a foreign woman, there is that kind of boundary of cultural respect. So
할 수밖에 없지.
Yeah. for international couples, there is always that line of respect.
그리고 나는 뭐 한국 여자도 요리를 잘하지만 서구권 여자들도 난 요리 욕심이 되게 많을 거라고 생각을 하거든. 왜냐면
Yeah,
또
yeah.
자기 나라만의 또 전통 음식이 분명히 있고 트레디셔널 푸드가 있으니까 그거를 자기 남자친구한테 해주고 싶은 마음이 되게 강할 것 같거든요. 그러면 이렇게 해줬을 때 또 한국 남자는 또 새로운 음식도 먹어볼 수 있는 기회가 되기도 하고, 내 생각에는 뭐 아까 말했던 것들은 이제 감정적인 것들이라면은 실질적으로 이제 물리적인 부분에서 어떤 게 좀 장점으로 느껴질 만한 게 또 있는지, 뭐 음식처럼.
Not being sexist or anything, but we feel the responsibility to pay for the majority of stuff. Yeah, Dutch paying is fine as well.
그거
Yeah.
눈에 보이는 거지.
Yeah,
실질적으로.
In reality, Korean guys find that it's a role to pay more than the female partner, and it's not being disrespectful or nothing like that. It's just we feel that responsibility
근데
as a
이게
man.
외국 여자친구는 이게 좀 싫을 수 있잖아. 왜 네가 굳이, 나도 사람이고 나 돈 있고 나도 능력 있는데 왜? 라고 할 수 있잖아.
Yeah. So it's not disrespecting. Yeah. So the woman, they shouldn't feel sensitive about it. Just take it as a present. And if the woman find that uncomfortable, then she could pay the next meal.
맞아.
And-
한국은 보통 그렇게 하지.
Yeah. So it's not really about Dutch paying. It's more like we take turns.
턴.
Yeah. So I pay first for this, and if you want, you could pay for the next one. But if you don't, no pressure. It's not like pressuring the woman to do anything.
되게 좋은 것 같아.
예.
나는 그 문화가 다른 나라에는 뭐 어떤지 모르겠지만 이렇게 턴제로 하는 문화가 좀 만연하니까 한국은.
Yeah.
그것도 있고, 나는 개인적인 내 생각에는 사람마다 조금 다르지만 그래도 아시아인 중에서는 키가 좀 큰 편이잖아, 한국인이.
Yeah.
내 세대보다도 지금 친구들은 더 커졌고, 그래서 어쨌든 전 세계 여자들은 키가 조금 있는 남자를 좋아하니까 그래도.
Yes.
근데 한국인 사이즈가 기본적으로 조금 있잖아. 그래도 일본 사람들보다도 조금 더 크고, 물론 이게 인종 그런 기후나 환경이나 이런 영향도 있겠지만 나는 그런 부분에서 또 외국 여자 친구가 느낄 수 있는 자부심 중에 하나라고 생각을 해. 좀 자기 남자친구가 키 크면
예,
뭐
예.
싫어할 사람은 없잖아.
Of course. Yeah. And a lot of Korean guys, they want to look fit. Like I said before, fashion is very important in Korea.
그치, 옷도
Yeah.
대충 안 입어.
네.
한국 사람 되게 신경 많이 쓰고 그리고 좀 깔끔하잖아.
Yes.
또 나는 개인적으로 이런 것도 생각이 들어. 한국 사람들 냄새가 잘 안 나. 그러니까 뭐 이거는 사람마다 좀 다르겠지만 그럼에도 약간 냄새가 좀 덜하다. 이렇게 뭐 그런 인종 간의 냄새가 분명 있거든. 근데 한국인 자체는 좀 없는 것 같아, 많이.
Yeah, like even scientifically speaking, the Korean race has no kind of specific odor than other, countries. Like sweat, for example, even when you sweat, of course there is smell, but it's not like a very strong smell. Plus, like you said, Korean people, they wash a lot, like 2 showers a day,
Yes. Me too.
like the hygiene is very important. And for foreign women to have a relationship with a Korean guy, one advantage I want to mention again is, yeah, we have clear skin, very young skin as well, because we take care of ourselves. People in other countries, they might say like, oh, are you gay or something? Like, you're so feminine. Why are you taking care of that? Why are you putting stuff like cosmetic stuff? But you gotta look good to feel good, and we like to take care of ourselves. So,
Yes.
and in beauty aspect and style aspect as well. You can share each other's viewpoint with your girlfriend. Whereas for other countries, it might be kind of like only the woman is interested and the guy is not interested. So
Yes.
there's no conversation. But here, like if you're interested in cosmetics and beauty, style, fashion, you go with the Korean guy.
어떻게 보면 한국이 강한 산업일 수밖에 없는 이유기도 하네.
예,
코스메틱 산업이 되게 크잖아, 한국은.
Yeah.
그러면 그거는 이제 우리 국민성 자체에 이미 생활에 녹아들어 있는 거니까, 코스메틱이라는 거 자체가. 그러면 이렇게 장점이 많은데 한국 남자들이 그럼 어디 가서 도대체 만날 수 있는 거냐? 어디에서 만나면 조금 더 깊은 관계를 좀 지속할 수 있을까?
It's just like any other country as well. If you want a really good relationship, it's not really about the place, it's about who you interact with. Many people can say, oh, don't go to clubs, don't go to bars, because that kind of environment just brings all those kind of darkness people and guys who want to use you for one night stand and stuff. But not everyone's like that. And if you think about it, just like your question, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go and meet people? Not just in Korea. It's very selective. So you could go to a club or bar, but make sure you go with someone you know, just for safety reason. And if you don't like that guy or that guy is being very aggressive, then you need to have a defense mechanism to get out. Okay? But if you like that guy, you can meet that person like in a cafe or whatever, just to have a decent conversation, and that would become a good relationship as well. Another one would be there's like online communities for foreigners or tourists for language exchange and cultural exchange and stuff. So you could apply for that. You can link together in a group, not so much a one-on-one, where there's a safety of numbers. And you guys can share the cultural aspect and the language aspect and get to know each other, become friends, go eat, have a drink in a very safe environment, and you can bond. And that will lead on to networking to other Korean people. And if you think this person's a bit off, then get the fuck out,
그럼 약간 한국에 만약에 여자가 왔어.
Yeah.
외국 여자가 한국 남자를 만나고 싶어서.
Uh-huh.
어느 동네를 가는 게 좋아? 어느 도시를?
Yo, definitely Seoul.
서울? 근데 서울은 좀 이게 많은 인구가 밀집해 있다 보니까 이 세퍼레이션이 좀 동네마다 좀 있잖아, 확실하게.
Yes.
그럼 어느 동네를 가는 게 좋을까, 서울에서?
You want to be in an environment or area where Korean people are kind of used to foreigners as well. Because if you go to like Daejeon, there's not much foreigners there compared to Seoul. There could be more danger to you in finding a good relationship.
뭐
So-
강남 이런 데 가는 게 좋을까? 그러면 서울에서도.
Itaewon, Gangnam, Hongdae, they're very good. People are not too, skeptical or shy to communicate with you. So those three areas I think is a very good place to start.
영한 사람들이 많지.
Yeah, and especially young people as well. Yeah, it's a good area.
그러니까 한국은 대학가 주변이 되게 중요한 상권이잖아. 거기 근처에 좀 젊은 사람들이 많이 사니까 그래서 외국인들도 아마 점점 그곳에 현재도 많이 살고 있잖아 또. 그런 데서 만나면 좀 잘 만날 수 있겠네.
Yeah.
만약에 그러면 외국 여자 입장에서 길 가다가 마음에 드는 남자를 만날 수도 있잖아.
Yeah.
그러면 뭔가 퀘스천을 해보는 건 어때?
Yeah, that's very good because Korean guys, like I said, once you get to know them, they're not really shy. They're very outgoing, but our culture is kind of like very introverted. So we don't just go up to random people and say hi or whatever. That's very rude, considered rude in our culture. But if you're a foreign girl and you walk in the street and you see this guy and he's your style, I don't see why not you be the first one to just say hi, and the Korean guys, they will like it. That's a guarantee. They'll respectively or politely reject, or they'll just give you 10 out of 10, they'll give you a number. And it's after that you need to sort out the relationship. Yeah.
맞아. 그 어쨌든 처음에는 예를 들어서 여자가 먼저 마음에 드는 남자가 있을 때 다가가. 그리고 만약에 이제 번호를 주고받고 진전이 될 때는 이제 그 다음부터는 남자의 몫이잖아.
Yes.
그 남자가 아마 마음에 든다면은 영어를 못하더라도 뭐
Yeah.
다른 나라 언어를 못하더라도
Uh-huh.
이렇게 좀 마음에 든다면은 적극적으로 뭐 번역기나 이런 거 사용해서 아마 커뮤니케이션을 시도하지는 않을까 생각을 해.
Yeah. But always, not just in Korea, you have to, if you're a woman, you have to be careful though, you know? Because power to the woman, you know? Mad love for the shout out to my woman right there. But yeah, if you're a woman, you have to be careful wherever you are. But Korea is the most safest country.
Yes, man.
Like, so you won't really have that much of a problem here, even if you're foreign.
그 안전하다는 게 일단 보장돼 있고
Yes.
대부분. 그러면 한국 여자보다 외국 여자들이 조금 더 뭔가 자기 독립적인 성향이 조금 있잖아.
Yeah.
그럼 조금 더 적극적으로 대시를 대놓고 하면 경쟁력이 조금 더 있겠네.
Yeah, of course.
왜냐면 이제 외국 여자들이 한국 남자친구를 만날 때 이제 기본적으로 경쟁자는 일단 어떻게 보면 한국 여자니까
Yes, yes.
그 부분에서 이 경쟁력의 우위를 점하려면 좀 어빌리티가 또 뭔가 어필을 해야 되잖아.
Yeah.
여자로서.
Yep.
그러면 어떤 거를 어필을 해야 한국 남자친구를 만들기가 조금 쉬울까?
Good energy, outgoing is very good because a lot of Korean girls, they're very serious. You know, they're not really that extroverted. They're not that loud. They're very like kind of quiet. Yeah, until you get to know them, then they become loud. So one advantage as a foreign woman who come to Korea have a very good chance of succeeding on getting with a Korean guy would be very politely starting a conversation, and the key word here is you start the conversation. The one advantage you have as a foreigner in Korea as a woman, it's strong, independent mindset to approach a guy and just go like, oh hello, I really like your clothes, or I'm new in Korea, would you mind helping me out ordering a coffee or something? And just say thank you, and then you exchange numbers and stuff. Yeah.
외국 여자 입장에서 한국 언어를 조금 배워놓으면 조금 더 좋겠네 이런 부분에.
Yeah. So definitely learn Korean, you know, basics, and yeah, it will really really help.
그럼 뭐 이런 건 어때? 그 복장이나 이런 거에서 조금 과감한 친구들이 외국에 조금 더 많잖아.
Yeah.
그럼 그런 걸로 어필하는 건 어때? 어쨌든 여자의 무기 중에 하나니까 그게.
These days, I think it's really good to express your, you know, fashion. But if you stand out too much,
Too much?
yeah, it's a bit no-no. Yeah, because you're gonna get stares anyway on the street, and you're gonna stand out anyway. But you wearing like fucking purple like skirt with like pink hair and stuff like that. I'm not saying
너무 화려한 거는
yeah, too much is not really good in Korea.
너무 판시한 거는 좀
No.
그렇다는 거지.
Yeah, and no guys will like that. That's fucking 100%.
노멀리한 게 좋겠네. 조금 더.
Yeah, like monotone.
모노톤.
Yeah, like black, gray, white. But if you wanna wear short skirt and like a deep cut V-neck, it's no problem. It's no problem. But just don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't stand out too much in colors. You know?
Colors.
Yeah, that's very important because I mean I lived in New York as well. New York's color is black. Everyone wears black in New York. It's a standard color. It's very chic. You know, you can look sexy and good without looking cheap. Yeah, and Korea is like that.
그러면 한국 남자들 입장에서 이거는 이제 한국 남자들한테 얘기하는 거지. 왜 외국인 여자를 만나면 좋을까? 어떤 부분에서 아까 말한 장점들이 되게 많잖아. 외국인 여자들이 이제 가진 매력들이. 근데 한국 남자들은 이것 때문에 좀 만나야겠다. 좀 이런 거 있어.
Yeah, definitely. It's the respect and understanding that materialistic things are not everything. Like, I'm not trying to put down Korean girls or whatever, but majority, in average, Korean girls are very fixated on status and materials For example, by this age, you need to get married. By this age, I need to have kids. By this age, I need to have this certain car, this certain bag. I need to live in this kind of setting. And my husband has to have this kind of job. And when I meet my friends for brunch, I can't just go out. I need to show my status and where I am at, that I'm living a good life. Even if they might have a shit life at home, then it's very important that they show that to their friends and peers. Whereas for foreign women, they're very independent, so they're not really focused too much on money or social status. As long as you two are happy and you two are building a relationship of love, then that's all it matters, really.
그러면
Yeah.
이 한국 남자들은 약간 강박이 있잖아. 지금
Yeah.
세대들은
Yeah.
성공해야 된다. 뭐 아파트는 뭐가 있어야 된다.
Yeah.
뭐 카는 뭘 타야 된다. 뭐 약간
Yeah.
이런 강박에서 진짜 좀 이제 사람 대 사람으로 연애를 해볼 수 있는 기회를 조금 더, 물론 한국 여자도 안 그런 여자 되게 많아. 진짜 많은데 그거에 대해서 조금 더 딥하게 들어갈 수 있겠네. 그러면 그쪽
Yeah.
이제 서구권 여자나
Yeah.
아니면 뭐 남미 쪽 여자나
Yeah.
뭐 중동 쪽 여자나
Yeah.
뭐 또 인도네시아도 있지.
Yeah.
동남아도 있고.
Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Turkey, the United States, United Kingdom, France, Germany, wherever you are, yeah.
브라질 too.
Brazil, of course, Mexico. Shout out to Mexico. Yeah, like China as well, in Japan. Like one thing that's very different in average about Korean and them, or like I said, we're very like fixated on the timeline and the materialistic things, and almost to the point where it's an obligation for a guy to do these things. It's not an obligation. It's not a rule. Like these days, the society has changed a lot. But if you don't do this, then Korean girl would be like, well, we can't be together anymore. Even if you were going out, let's say for like 5 or 7 years, when the time comes of needing to get married, and you, as a Korean guy, you don't fit their standard of marriage, then they'll go off to another person. Whereas for international couples, that's a bit different. The tolerance is very long. That's what I experienced. So that's one advantage, I think. A big one.
Big one.
Yeah.
Big one is I think everything.
Yeah. It's everything, man. Shit.